So I took the new Ranger Raptor out to Uncle Tom's cabin for a quick day trip snow run. I went with my buddy Ken, his girlfriend Emily, and her son. We stopped at Stumpy Meadows on the way. We hit very little snow, but it was still a ton of fun. Nice little shakedown run for at least testing out the Raptor in 4 low, making sure the lockers work. And Uncle Tom's is like always really fun. The snow line is higher up at this point of the year, and so we didn't hit a whole lot of snow going in, but it was still tons of fun. I'm sure I said something interesting here, but who knows what. I lost all audio on my iPhone for the day. I don't know what's going on with the Ford, but in my Jeep, if I'm pressing record video, it'll also record audio, whereas in the Ford, it only recorded video. So most of the trip, all the discussion and talking I did to cover the trip is gone. So I'm going to try to do a quick video this week and just do some voiceover. So you're going to take Wentworrh Springs Road out of Georgetown. I'm just following my buddy Ken here on Wentworth Springs Road, and you can see at lower elevations there is zero snow. As you start to climb, you get patches of icy snow, but nothing major. And then as we got close to Stumpy Meadows, we did start hitting like ice on the road, but no like legit snow. In years past, you'd be like snow wheeling into Stumpy, and Stumpy was usually like a good milestone, and then Uncle Tom's was like your second milestone, and then from there you would try to hit the cattle guard on Heartless Pass. But today we chose to basically go to Uncle Tom's, hang out, you know, shoot some walkthrough videos for my new truck, and then come around to go home. It was like an awesome day run. I was back home by 5 p.m., so super pumped. Nothing hardcore, no hardcore snow wheeling, just kind of a cruising day trip. I've also like never taken the Raptor off road. We just got it a couple weeks ago, so it was really nice to do something incredibly easy and mellow to just test out like 4 low, 4 high, 4 auto lockers and get comfortable with it. And then yeah, we stopped right here at Stumpy, and I shot some of the walkthrough video for the Ranger here because I thought the backdrop was kind of cool. And we hung out here for a while, talked to some folks. Some Ken's buddies actually pulled up. He talked to them for a while. Good times here. I've got a bunch of random gear in here for our, since we're heading to the snow today. Air compressor, extra clothes, camera gear, toilet paper. These things I used to think sucked until I started using them. When you get in deep, slushy snow and you're still winching, these can help from digging in. But for the most part, I know people make fun of these things all the time, including myself. But I still bring 2 shovels and some of these boards. They were like $40 on Amazon for the boards, and I actually used them a lot in the Wrangler. Stumpy Meadows is maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes outside of Georgetown. From there, we were heading towards Uncle Tom's. With the minimal snow we had, it might have been 15 minutes from Stumpy. I can't quite remember. I mean, the roads mostly looked like this the whole way, just like patchy, icy stuff. So kind of anticlimactic, to be honest with you. No like epic slow mo, fast mo, deep fresh powder wheeling today. But once again, did let me learn all the controls on the Raptor and did it in a very comfortable, chill setting. And the weather was perfect and the day was beautiful. So, I mean, just getting out of the house for a day trip, and I didn't really get a major migraine until I got home at 5. So I would say like the day is a total win at this point. All right, we are coming up to the turnoff for Uncle Tom's right here. And you can see the sign on the right, and you're just going to make a right turn into Uncle Tom's. And please, please, for the love of God, be respectful of the property. Don't drive like a dick. Keep the RPMs low. Don't drive through the building. Park respectfully. Don't drink your own beer in the parking lot. Please go inside and buy a beer. And yeah, just be respectful of this place. It's awesome. And it's a beacon when you're out snow wheeling in the middle of winter. Because a lot of times it could take a long time just to get to Uncle Tom's. And there could be a lot of snow just to get to Uncle Tom's, especially if you're the lucky guy who either comes out the night of the storm or the early morning and you're the first person to hit the fresh powder. It's a total blast to come in here. Today was mostly icy roads and some snowy slush, muddy slush stuff. So once again, kind of anticlimactic on the snow wheeling part, but still pretty great for like a day trip part. Going into Uncle Tom's is kind of like one big roundabout too. So like as you're going in, don't drive back out the way you came in, especially in snowy conditions. Go out the outway. Treat it like a one-way street, I guess. I know the day before it was like jam packed here because they had a big toy run here. And today was like probably the total opposite. There was just a handful of rigs. So we got like primo upfront parking and stopped in, hung out for a bit. One thing too is if you're going to the Rubicon in the summer, they do have, I believe, tow rig parking here if you can't, find it, but it's about half an hour from the Rubicon Trailhead. They also have cabins for rent here, which is really cool. I've never rented them, but I totally want to. We're at Uncle Tom's cabin. Uncle Tom's is super cool. There's like people sledding out back. There's a bar. So the walls and the ceiling are covered in dollar bills. People staple them up there. It's a kind of a thing you do here. It's really neat. But the walls are also covered in really cool history, awesome pictures of like Rubicon Trail from back in the day. I think those were like Studebakers on the trail or something. The bar is rad. You could buy drinks here. They now have a square reader too. It used to be cash only from what I recall, but I think they take card now. They have a pretty good selection, and under good conditions, you might be snow wheeling all day just to get there. And so it is nice to relax, maybe eat something and have a beer. They don't always have food, but they sometimes have maybe some soup or stew. But I wouldn't count on it. But I have seen it there before, and I think when they do like the Toys for Tots runs, I think maybe they coordinate with the Jeep clubs to make sure that they're cooking burgers or something or dogs maybe. And then this is like the way out. Like once again, it's kind of treat it like a one-way street. Go in one way and then keep going out. Don't turn back around. It can be a pain, if you have a big group of rigs coming in when you're trying to go out don't go out the indoor, don't go in the outdoor. So this Toyota pickup right here was waiting on a group of friends who had apparently possibly broken down further back on Wentworth. So we were going to wait here with some of their other friends and make sure they got back safely while they went to go check on them. We ended up waiting quite a while and they didn't return. So we talked to some rigs that were passing through and asked them if they'd seen two Toyotas. They said they had. They were back there trying to fix the rig, either front drive shaft or front ring and pinion. And my buddy Ken ended up driving the one or two of them that end up waiting with us while they're waiting for their friends back to them. But we kind of felt like, you kind of have to at least wait for them to get out in case we needed to put some of them in some of our rigs and at least drive them to the, Georgetown or something so that they could
Fuck
at
yeah.
least go home for the night if they got stuck out there. And so, yeah, we were just kind of hanging around here, shooting the breeze for a little bit. While we were waiting, I shot some videos about the Raptor real quick, just some short, quick stuff, just some walkthrough, talk through stuff. So yeah, from here, I'm literally just following Ken back out, and I'm driving back home, and I'm gonna stop in Auburn at Aikida's and grab a chicken pot pie and a cheeseburger for me and the wife when I get home, so I don't have to cook dinner because I was pretty beat. And luckily no migraines today, which is freaking awesome. But we also didn't really do any true wheeling per se. I did find some patches here and there to go play around in. They were on the road, they were deeper, um, but nothing super amazing. But it was still like one of the best days ever. And honestly, with the way the Raptor is brand new, I really didn't want to push it too hard until I get the transmission skid on it, the rock sliders on it, and the gas tank skid. So I think overall is a great day. So thanks for checking out Uncle Tom's with me today. Now you know at least how to get there and what it looks like. Uh, if the snow line drops to 4,000, expect a ton of snow to get there. It's right around 5,000 feet. So if the snow line's at 5,000 or above, don't expect a whole lot of snow. And if you're going on a busy Saturday or Sunday, expect a ton of people and a ton of traffic going in and out, especially if the snow's going to be good. Other than that, yeah, once again, thanks for following along this week. If you can, do the usual stuff. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate it. Like do the like, subscribe, comment below thing, click the notifications, and I don't know, watch another video. This one isn't the best video, that's for sure, but it's definitely a fun day trip. I'm hoping to get the Wrangler out on a snow run really soon. Uh, and I've also got a lot of like Ranger Raptor videos of coming as well, whether it's installing parts on it or skid plates or rock sliders. So look out for that stuff coming. And then I think I'm going to do some work on the XJ on 40s, try to get a soft top from a JK to fit on that thing. And then the Wagoneer doesn't run right now, so I got to figure that out. And so there's going to be a ton of videos coming on all kinds of different stuff. So yeah, thanks for following along.